Is your child being disobedient? Will that brat not go to bed when you tell him it's time for bed? Well, tell that son of a bitch to get ready and strap in, because a brand new book from the man, the myth, the legend, Keith Thurman. Now introducing Once Upon a Time Thurman. This collection of stories has old classics and new ones. Old classics such as You Better Not Duck Duck Goose Me, Son. And new classics such as My Mama Beat Me, My Daddy Beat Me, I'd Like to See You Try to Beat Me. And for a limited time only, if you order your book today, we'll throw in this brand new single. It's a CD just with this one song, but you kids are gonna love it. Old Mick Crawford had a belt, WB no. Him and Sean won't fight cause they're friends, WB no. And a duck duck here and a duck duck there. Here's a duck, there's a duck, everywhere's a duck duck. Old Mick Crawford had a belt, WB no. Order yours today to be sure that your child understands their ABCs and their WB knows.
You can't fuck with Red Glove on this worst day. How about that?
I ain't really changed, it's the same old rebel, still a radical. I'm passionate, it's just another level. AT told me I should fight back, they don't like that. Just know if you rock the boat, you better have a life raft. BJ told me I should fight back, they don't like that. Just know if you rock the boat, you better have a life raft.
What up, everybody in the YTBC? Just want to go ahead and talk a little bit about this situation with Bob Arum. Well, I mean, Bob Arum definitely is involved, but I'm sure everybody has heard that Manny Pacquiao has said that he told Bob Arum. Well, actually, he said, I told Crawford's promoter, which I thought that was a interesting choice of words, which I'll get into that in a moment. But he said, I spoke with Crawford's promoter, and I told him that I want to fight Terrence Crawford, and that I need 40 million and Crawford could get 10. Some along those lines. So let me give my thoughts on this. All right, a legit offer of $10 million for Terrence Crawford. I think Crawford should definitely take it. One, it's more, as far as I know, he hasn't made $10 million in a purse yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel pretty confident in saying that he hasn't. And two, this will definitely, of course, with the haters, they're not going to give him credit either way. You know, they'll say that Manny was old and all this stuff, even though Manny beat Keith Thurman. But you know, a lot of people are saying, oh, he hasn't beat anybody at welterweight. Well, Pacquiao is the biggest name at welterweight. His name is still bigger than Spence's. It's bigger than Crawford's. It's bigger than Danny Garcia. It's bigger than, you know, Broner whenever he feels like fighting at 147, which he's done in the past. His name is bigger than all those guys. So this is an opportunity for him to get that name, because the detractors are always saying he hasn't beaten anybody. And then after he beats Manny Pacquiao, like I think he would, then of course we know the haters, like I said, they'll make excuses. Oh, he's old, he's past it and all this stuff. Fuck those guys. We're not worried about, or those, fuck those guys or girls. There's some women haters as well. We ain't sexist over here. Anyways, you know, but it's gonna force at least some people to acknowledge that now he's done something, even though he's already done shit already. I mean, the reality is this, all right? If Mikey Garcia could get the fight at a 50-50 purse, with Errol Spence Jr. With 0 fights at the welterweight division, I may add. Why the hell would a champion like Terrence Bud Crawford not be able to get that same, that same courtesy? Now, some people will say, well, now he has 2 belts. Well, he's been trying to fight him since way before he got that second belt. All right, he was told to get a belt himself. He went and beat Jeff Horn and got a belt. Then, he hasn't fought nobody. Like, come on now. The goalpost is always being moved. I don't know what's up with this shit. But anyways, this isn't even about that. I said all that to say this, all right? If Terrence Crawford, if this is a legit offer, if the fight falls through because of Terrence Crawford, I'm going to have to flame Terrence Crawford. That's all there is to it. Now, let me go ahead and just address something real quick, because for years I've been preaching that I think purses where any guy gets less than 35% of the purse are wrong. And I stand by that. However, throughout the history of boxing, guys have taken the short end of the stick so that it can pay dividends later on in their career. And it's happened many times. Joe Louis did it with Braddock. He had to give Braddock a certain cut of his purse for, I think, the rest of his career, if I'm not mistaken. It was either the rest of his career, or it might have been for the next 10 years or something like that. But he couldn't get the fight with Braddock until he made that concession. I'm not a big Canelo fan. But Canelo, and I do apologize for the coughing, Canelo, he took 25% against Cotto. He accepted B-side. And then he beat Cotto, and now what? He has not been B-side since. At some point, you may have to take the short end of the stick in order for it to pay, in order for it to pay off later. Now, just simply taking the short end of the stick ain't enough. You gotta then go and beat the guy. But if you're willing to me, that's the real definition of betting on yourself. All right, you're being treated unfair. You're getting less money than really you should, as far as a purse split is concerned. But you do it because from that point on, as long as you keep doing what you're supposed to do, you're going to be the one making the demands. And not that I condone it. I think, I would admire a boxer more if they took the short end of the stick and then turned around and did not do that to his colleagues, did not do that to his peers going forward. That old saying, the buck stops here. But if they don't, if they they turn around and they, Floyd did it, with Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya had all these diva demands, and Floyd Mayweather accepted them. He beat Oscar De La Hoya, and then he had his own diva demands that he did for the remainder of his career. So, I mean, if it happens that way, it's not my preference, but I know what it is. I'm not gonna hate on them because they do it, just as long as they're not like extremely ridiculous. And your opinion on extremely ridiculous may vary. But my point is, Terrence Crawford, if this is legit, and as long as there's nothing in the fine print that is going to royally screw you over, take it. Take it. It's $10 million. It's the biggest name you could get, even bigger than the name that you've been trying to get. So take it, and that's going to give you a whole lot of leverage. All right? And yeah, of course, there's going to be some idiots who just are going to refuse to give you any kind of credit. But we know what it is. I mean, you could literally become undisputed at 147, and they're still going to say you ain't done shit. Why? Because you're not their guy. And there's nothing you can do to make yourself their guy. They're just going to continue to hate on you. They're going to do it to anybody else who poses the threat to their guy. because for some reason they get these these strange attractions to these other boxers. So, but yeah, if Terrence Crawford, if he don't take this opportunity, I'm gonna have to, give Terrence Crawford tough love. I'm not gonna not be his fan right off the bat, but he's definitely gonna get some tough love from me. But anyways, those are my thoughts on this whole situation. Terrence Crawford should take this fight. May the best man win. If Manny beats him, it is what it is. If Crawford beats him, then hopefully undisputed at 147 can happen. Not that it can't happen with Manny Pacquiao, but more than likely he would probably retire or be an actor for a while and get stripped like he just did. So we'll see what happens. Manny has a lot on his plate, and that's not an excuse. I mean, it just is what it is. He has a lot on his plate, and Manny's probably spread himself thin. He should probably just go ahead and retire. He's accomplished so much, but if he's going to remain in it, I hope this fight happens, because I think it's what the welterweight division needs, and hopefully we can consolidate these belts, even though that's, I mean, I guess it hasn't gotten any harder. It's just, you know what it is, man. It's like playing hot potato with these belts sometimes. But anyways, those are my thoughts. Y'all feel free to let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. To all my subscribers, anybody watching my videos, or if you just so happen to stumble on this video, hope you all have a wonderful and blessed day. Peace.
That's why I'm undefeated.